Yeah, everybody's seen one of these, a light switch. Turns the lights in your house on and off, but forget that, we don't want to do that. What I want to do is this. The first thing that I want to point out is that this is a three-way switch. And this switch here is a single pole. That switch right there has two terminals, where this one has three. Common terminal up here and two terminals down here. When you flick the switch, it goes to that terminal. When you flick it the other way, it goes to that terminal. Make a couple hertz AC. Here's how it's done. You got two batteries. One battery facing this way and one battery facing the opposite direction. And you have your load in the center. And over here you have your three-way switch with the common going to the load. And your traveler wires going to the negative on this battery and the positive on this battery. And your positive and negative terminals on these two batteries get connected to ground and the load. And what happens when you flick the switch back and forth is it produces alternating current at a couple hertz. And basically 1 hertz means that this switches from positive to negative 1 time a second, and 2 hertz would mean that this switches from positive to negative 2 times a second. And when you flick this three-way switch back and forth, it produces an alternating current. What comes out of the wall in your house is 60 Hz AC, meaning it switches from positive to negative 60 times a second. They do this so they can coordinate all the power plants with the atomic clock. 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour. Now what I want to do, instead of using batteries, I'm going to use capacitors. And if you've seen my model railroad project, you'll know why. Also, in a house, you'll hear people say neutral conductor. That is one of the most misused terms in electricity, neutral. Yes, you do have a neutral in your house. It's only when you have 240 going to your dryer or stove. When you're using 120 volts, you don't have a neutral, you have a grounded conductor. And you don't have to do anything special to make it that way, all you gotta do is ground it. If you look at my load here, here's the grounded conductor, and here's what will be the live conductor coming into it. And you gotta remember, this is switching from positive to negative. There you can see how it does it with that arrow, and here you can see how it does it with that arrow. When you have the switch that way, it's connecting to the negative terminal of that battery, and it flows in this direction. When I flick the switch like this, it connects to the positive terminal of the battery, and current flows this direction. Well, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this little lecture.